Donald Trump was certified the winner in Michigan by more than 10,000 votes.
A state that was supposed to be a lock for Hillary Clinton.
In 2016, President Trump became the first Republican to win Michigan since 1988, albeit barely. It was the last brick in the Democratic Party's blue wall to get knocked down, leading to his victory. Fast forward nearly 4 years, and both parties seem to think the Wolverine state will be theirs in 2020, and they both have evidence to back it up. The Democratic Party says they started investing early in the state and are taking it a little bit more seriously than 2016.
We woke up in 2016 and recognized that if we were going to win anything ever again, we had to get back to grassroots organizing. So we invested in organizers on the ground starting in early 2017.
And, well, President Trump is leaning on his promise to bring back manufacturing jobs that were lost years ago.
We had some great victories there, I will tell you that, but that was one in particular. We appreciate it. We have to do it again. We're building a lot of car plants and brought back a lot of industry that nobody thought they'd ever see again.
But who is right? Both. Neither. Campaigns are complicated. I'll explain the landscape, and we'll start with President Trump. The 2020 Michigan is a whole lot different than the 2016 Michigan, starting with the obvious, the COVID-19 pandemic. The state has been hit hard by the virus, with more than 86,000 cases and more than 6,300 deaths. It ranks 15th in the nation for the former and 8th for the latter. On top of that, during the pandemic, Michigan's unemployment went as high as 23%, the second highest in the nation. During that entire time, President Trump threatened to withhold funding from the very state he almost definitely needs to win, encouraged protest against social distancing rules, and continues to go after Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
Michigan, she has no idea what's going on, and all she does is say, oh, it's the federal government's fault.
It's President Trump's instinct to use the same tactics that won him the presidency, giving his base all the red meat they can chew. The major difference is all of these things happened on his watch, and polls show Americans have largely disapproved of how he's handled this, including in swing states like Michigan. And he has trailed Joe Biden in basically every poll matchup for months, and outside the margin of error. Add in the demography of the state, it's blacker and more college educated compared to the other battleground states in the Midwest, and President Trump might have a serious fight on his hands. All of those reasons are also why Democrats feel confident in Michigan as well. But, and this is a big one, turnout among key demographic groups was down in 2016, despite the fact that Democrats projected huge confidence in winning the state. So much so, Hillary Clinton barely visited Michigan, clearly taking it for granted.
What was surprisingly difficult for us was that when those of us here in state who saw and felt that that wall was not as strong as it could be, that we didn't get the response we thought we should get from that national campaign, which was an outpouring of resources.
Now for Joe Biden's campaign and Michigan Democrats, the key is not making those same mistakes. The Michigan Democratic Party says they aren't. That's something that remains to be seen. Because with Michigan in play like it hasn't been in decades, Democrats can't overestimate that the president's unpopularity will help take them over the finish line. Or Trump could surprise them and the nation all over again and take those 16 electoral votes.